have that opportunity and privilege to be able to begin to listen to them and hear what their perspectives are, what they have been working on, and what they're looking to achieve and accomplish through potential partnerships that could be built from this conference. And at this point, I have the privilege to invite to the podium the Director for Hope Care Services based in the UK, and this is none other than Mr. William John. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. William John as he comes to take us through his presentation.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is William John. I'm the Managing Director for Hope Care Services. Part of my presentation today is going to be in the form of a PowerPoint. So I'm going to get him to kind of roll it out for us.
International Business Exchange Program in Zambia.
Glad to be here.
We've got an expert from Hope Care Services joining us today. They've been helping investors just like you navigate the UK market for over 2 decades.
Yeah, it's a market that sees
for good reason. Their guide highlights the stability of the UK market. It's seen consistent growth for over 20 years, which is a great sign. What contributes to that stability?
Well, I think it's several things, actually. Having a legal system that protects property rights, that's a big one, especially for international investors.
Makes sense.
And then, of course, the UK's got a pretty reliable economy. I mean, it has its ups and downs like every economy, but generally speaking, it's viewed as reliable.
Right.
So that makes it a bit of a safe haven, for those looking to invest their money securely. And then on top of all that, you can't forget about the high rental demand, especially in the bigger cities, with all the professionals and students coming in all the time.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, especially for those buy-to-let investments, which are super popular over there.
Oh, yeah, buy-to-let, that's a classic strategy. Imagine owning, say, a flat in Manchester city center.
Okay, yeah.
You could be looking at a 7% annual rental yield.
Wow.
Which is pretty impressive, especially when you factor in things like property appreciation on top of that.
7%, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm.
But are there other options? Is it all buy-to-let, or are there other ways to get into the market?
Oh, there are definitely other options. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. Student accommodation is really taking off, especially in those university cities like Oxford and Edinburgh.
Makes sense.
You've got this steady stream of students all needing housing, and not just for a semester, for years. So it's pretty reliable.
Yeah, I see the appeal there. What about those new build properties? They seem to be getting a lot of buzz.
Yeah, new builds, they definitely have that modern appeal, energy efficient, which is attractive to tenants.
Right.
Plus, they often come with warranties, so lower running costs for them, which is good for you, and peace of mind.
So it sounds like there are plenty of options depending on, well, your risk appetite and how much you're looking to invest, obviously. So let's talk about how Hope Care Services can help people navigate all of this. What's their approach?
They've got a really structured process. Starts with the conversation to really figure out what your needs are, your goals.
Okay.
So that initial consultation is key. They tailor everything to your specific situation.
Okay, that makes sense. You want something personalized when you're making a big investment like this. So what comes after that initial chat?
Well, then they really dive into market research, looking specifically for those UK real estate opportunities that match what you're looking for based on, your conversation. Then it moves into the legal and financial advisory stuff. So helping you navigate those UK property laws, looking at mortgage options, breaking down all those tax implications. And they've even got these specialist mortgage brokers who've got loads of experience with international clients.
So they're handling the market analysis and then the legal and financial side of things too. That's pretty comprehensive. But before we dive into Hope Care Services, let's talk money. What kind of investment are we looking at here?
Well, for properties that'll, give you good rental income, you're probably looking at a minimum of around £150,000.
Okay.
Obviously, it depends on the property, the location, all that. Like a £200,000 investment in Liverpool, for example, That could get you about 12,000 pounds a year in rental income.
Wow.
Plus, you've got that potential for appreciation on top of that. Could be looking at 4 or 5% per year.
Those are some pretty compelling numbers. But we've got to factor in those taxes, right? What are the main ones in the UK?
Right. So the two big ones are stamp duty land tax, or SDLT. That one kicks in when you're buying something over 250,000 pounds. And then there's capital gains tax, CGT. That's when you sell.
And those apply even if you're not a UK resident.
Absolutely. Which is another reason why having that expert guidance is so crucial.
Right. It can be a lot to figure out.
Yeah. That's where Hope Care Services really shines.
Yeah. Okay. Before we get deeper into their services, can we unpack those taxes a bit more? What do our listeners coming from Zambia need to know about SDLT and CGT?
So SDLT, that's a tiered tax. The rate goes up as the price of the property goes up. So you really need to factor that into your budget from the get-go. And CGT for non-residents, that has its own set of rules. So understanding those is key.
So expert advice on this is essential. I know Hope Care Services offers that as part of their package.
Yep, they've got the pros. They'll walk you through all those ins and outs of UK property law and the taxes. They even help with tax planning, making sure you're getting the most out of your investment and that you're staying on the right side of all the UK regulations.
That's super valuable, especially for those who aren't familiar with how the UK system works. But before we get into the specifics of their services, I'm curious about something that might be on our listeners' minds. Currency fluctuations. Investing in UK property means you're dealing with the British pound. So how does that impact returns for someone whose money is in Zambian kwacha?
That's a great point. Currency fluctuations can definitely have a big impact. Like if the pound strengthens against the kwacha, then boom, your investment is suddenly worth more when you convert it back. But if the pound weakens, well, the opposite happens.
So that adds another layer of risk to consider. Is there any way to, mitigate that risk?
Definitely. One way is through currency hedging.
Okay.
It's basically using financial tools to lock in a specific exchange rate. So it's like insurance against big swings.
So like an insurance policy against those fluctuations. Got it.
Exactly. Hope Care Services can help with that too. They've got financial advisors who specialize in all that.
Okay. That's good to know. I think we've laid a pretty good foundation here. Imagine making 1,400 pounds a month.
Wow.
On a property in Manchester.
That's not bad.
That's not bad, is it?
No.
And that's exactly what
Passive income too.
passive income.
Just ticking away.
That's what one of their clients from Nigeria.
Yeah. I read about that one.
It's pretty amazing, right?
They do amazing.
And there was another one.
Tell me about that one.
It was a couple from Uganda,
Okay.
and they bought a property in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And they had it fully let within 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Which, I mean, that's got to be a huge relief for anyone.
Oh, especially if you're overseas.
You don't want to be
dealing with void periods.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the stress of that.
Empty properties. Yeah. So that's
Definitely a good sign.
I mean, but what really stood out to me
What's that?
were the testimonials.
Because
They had some good ones.
especially, I think it was Anger Marshall from Nigeria.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
He was saying that,
He was really happy with the peace of mind
the peace of mind.
that Hope Care Services was providing him.
Yeah.
And I can imagine
Imagine if you're
if
investing
you're overseas,
from so far away.
that peace of mind
That's got to be worth its weight in gold.
is invaluable. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, so let's dive into exactly what Hope Care Services does.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get into the specifics.
Because it's all very well and good to hear these
Testimonials and success stories.
success stories and stuff.
But what do they actually do?
Yeah, so they've been around since 2001.
2001.
That's over 20 years.
That's a long time in the property market.
So that's a long
A
time.
lot of changes.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Yeah, they've seen it all, I imagine.
They must have.
And they break down what they do into kind of 4 main areas: property investment, letting, and management. Right?
Property sourcing.
Yeah.
And then support for foreign investors.
So they've got all the bases covered.
Yeah, all the bases covered.
Okay.
So property investment, what does that actually mean?
So I guess this is where they work with you
Yeah.
to figure out like what your goals are,
Okay.
your risk tolerances,
Right.
how much money you're looking to invest.
Yeah.
And then they help you develop a strategy.
So kind of like a financial advisor?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
specifically for UK property.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then letting and management.
Oh, that's a big one.
That sounds like a headache.
Yeah, especially if you're overseas.
Especially if you're overseas.
Yeah, because you're dealing with tenants.
You got to find tenants.
You got to collect rent.
collect rent.
make sure the property's maintained.
What if something breaks?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they handle all of that for you.
So they're like the middleman.
Yeah, they take care of everything.
Okay, so that sounds like a big weight off your shoulders. Okay, and then property sourcing.
Okay, so this is
Here's like the fun part.
yeah, this is where they actually go out and find properties for you.
Yeah, because I imagine if you're overseas,
It's tough to do that yourself.
yeah,
So they use their network, their contacts.
their expertise.
They know the market.
They know the market.
They know where to look for deals.
So you don't have to spend hours
Scouring the internet.
scouring Rightmove.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do all the legwork for you.
So they find the properties, then they manage them, and then
And then there's the
support for foreign investors.
which is crucial.
Crucial because
Different countries have different laws,
different rules and regulations.
taxes,
Oh, okay.
visas, all that kind of stuff.
So they help with all that.
They guide you through the whole process
Okay.
so you don't feel lost.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure diving deep with you,
Likewise.
and we hope you'll join us again next time for another deep dive.
Until then,
Happy investing.
happy investing.
Bye.
Guys,
Welcome to our deep dive. Today we're focusing on you,
guys,
especially
everybody
for
wanna
all of
have-
you in the
I
international.
know everybody here went 1,400 pounds in their pocket. And some of our friends over here today, I presume some of our children, family in the UK, that managed maybe to go study. I mean, when you look at your children, your sisters, your brothers, paying rent of about 1,400 to 2,000 pounds a month, you can much as well say, hey, if my daughter is going to school in Liverpool and the property price there is going to be maybe 120,000 pounds and paying huge amount of money in rent, and you can save that money in the kitty and say, okay, I want to invest this money. I want to purchase this property for them. And when we look at the long-term investment also, it's also going to be your home also, right? So your daughter, your son is schooling over there, and they having to get the rent, paying up their mortgage, all different things, medicals, you name it. So this is an opportunity for anyone to think they want to talk to me on how to go about this. So I'll be willing to talk to you guys and to put it through. You don't need a big, I'm not going to say to you that you're going to be needing about 500,000 pounds. Even if it's going to be a small amount of money, maybe we can talk to our teams of financiers over there, and they're going to be able to structure things according to your needs, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to talk to me when you guys are free, and I'll be willing to work with you. And the other key thing is, I want to say, the young lady presentation, excellent presentation. Very pleased with the key details of what you've said today. I'm kind of happy about it that we can also come in here to work with you guys, and maybe eventually it's going to be our second home. I'm bringing things like affordable homes, building properties here, because I'm going to talk to my team of investors over there when I get back home, right? So be rest assured that you're going to be seeing me, you're going to see more of me. That's what I'm going to say, all right? Right. So thank you very much. And if anybody had any questions, and if they don't want to ask them the question, if they want to ask later, I'm going to be here for you guys to ask questions, right? Thank you very much. Yeah.
Great. Round of applause one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have any immediate questions? I know we have an invitation to engage and talk to him later on, but I want to check if there are any immediate questions. All right. Thank you so much. A round of applause once.